Hi, my name's Julia Cross, and I did my placement at the Hintonburg Community Center. I called my poster No Days Typical at Hintonburg Community Center just because I got an opportunity to do so many things at Hintonburg that I'm really excited about and glad to have been able to do. So I'm going to start by just talking about all the different programs that I got to take part in at Hintonburg, and then I'll talk about inclusion and empowerment. On Tuesdays at Hintonburg, I started filing in the office, and then I set up the kitchen, and then I started the first Ready, Set, Cook class of the day. And this class is a class made basically to teach people about making reasonable portions of food for themselves independently. Just easy recipes where people can do their own dishes and do every part of the recipe themselves. And just with a little extra support so that they can try it again at home. So we did one class, then we have a half hour to clean up from 6 to 6:30, and then we do the late evening class from 6:30 to 8, where we make the same thing as the first class with a whole new set of people. And then we clean up from 8 till 9, but everybody does their own dishes. We just do the extra cleanup in the kitchen that we don't have enough time for in the class, and putting away all of the food and ingredients. And then also on Tuesdays, I got to take part in the hip-hop dance class and the yoga class, which was totally amazing, but I only did those classes once each, so I didn't do them nearly as much as I did the Ready, Set, Cook. Examples of stuff that we made in Ready, Set, Cook are shepherd's pie, chili and pretzels for the Super Bowl, just things that people would want to make at home. And last night, actually, I designed the lesson, and it was all based on health and safety with a microwave, and we did sweet and sour chicken and strawberry cheesecake for dessert. On Wednesday, I do a special needs art program, and that's from 4 till 5:30, the first class, and then the second class is from 7 to 7:30. From 5:30 to 7. And in that class we did pottery, dyeing fabrics, all sorts of things that people can actually use and wear. So that was really, really cool. And then on Friday, I do the Friday Night Youth Hangout Club, and we did lots of really cool stuff, like reality TV night, where we pretended to be different TV shows and had a big performance, talent show at the end, and then we had a Fear Factor panel where we all ate disgusting food, and that was really cool. And it's just youth getting together, doing different stuff. We go to the movies, we had an Olympic night, lots of stuff like that. So now I'm going to talk about inclusion and empowerment in Hintonburg. So the ways that I saw that Hintonburg includes the entire community is that their staff are really warm and inviting to everyone. Everyone that walks into Hintonburg is treated in exactly the same manner, and everything is accessible. There's braille on the doors to indicate the different classrooms. There's different ramps. There's an elevator. There's all sorts of really accessible features to Hintonburg. Also, in the lobby is where I saw inclusion the most, because it had all sorts of different age groups and ability levels meeting together, waiting for their classes of different kinds, and everybody was making relationships together and hanging out. So that was like a place where I always saw inclusion at Hintonburg. The classes and activities at Hintonburg are designed for everyone, so they really make lots of different classes for any kind of interest and any ability there. Also, at Hintonburg, inclusion means getting involved in the broader community. With lots of my activities, we went to Winterlude, we went to movies, we went out into the community and did things exactly the same way as anybody else. There was time given for people to buy their own popcorn at the movies and do things independently, and that was thought ahead. People chose their own movies that they went to see, so I thought that was really great. Okay, so inclusion and empowerment working together at Hintonburg. In all the classes and groups that I have been at in Hintonburg, I've noticed that personal choice and individuality is really encouraged by all the staff members. In art class, there's a lot of choices, and even though we're all making the same thing, they all end up completely differently because people have so much freedom of choice and individuality in their art class. Also in the cooking class, there's tons of choices of what people want to do and how they want to make things. Everyone cuts things different sizes. It always ends up different and creative in both classes. And I already talked about people choosing their own movies. There's a lot of choice. It is these small questions and freedoms in our daily lives which really empower us to be ourselves and to be comfortable in our lives. Also, the power to clean up and take responsibility for your mess. Everybody cleans up their own messes at Hintonburg. I'll just quickly, also the power to exercise and dance. On Friday Night Youth was the first time that I helped choreograph a dance routine with spinning wheelchairs, which was really awesome. The power to make suggestions. Staff really listen to suggestions of all the individuals in their classes and make changes to classes because of it, and also staff can make suggestions that make serious changes to classes so that everyone has a healthy environment. And the power to choose when and how you get help. Staff members ask questions, they wait before they give help to people until they ask for it, unless they look like they need immediate help. And the way that they give help in Hintonburg is awesome. Thank you very much.